Have you ever stopped and wondered why certain people show up in your life? Is it all just coincidence? Or is there something deeper going on? Why is it that some people feel instantly familiar, like you've known them forever, even if you just met, while others challenge you in ways that feel almost destined, as if the universe put them in your path for a reason? According to Buddhist wisdom, nothing is random. Every single person you meet, whether they're in your life for a few seconds or for decades, is there because your paths were meant to cross. Every interaction, every connection, every goodbye carries meaning, even if we don't see it at first. The deeper meaning of relationships. Some people come into your life to teach you love, others to test your patience. Some will stir up emotions you didn't even know were there, and a few, they'll awaken a strength inside you that you didn't realize you had. But here's the thing, every single person acts like a mirror for your soul. Through them, you see pieces of who you are, who you've been, and who you're meant to become. Today, we're diving deep into this idea. We're going to explore how the relationships in your life, yes, even the painful, difficult ones, are not just random experiences. They're powerful tools for your spiritual growth. We'll talk about how each connection can reveal hidden karmic lessons, help you heal old wounds, and guide you toward awakening. And once you start seeing your relationships through this lens, you'll never look at the people in your life the same way again. Nothing is by chance. Think of life as this massive, invisible web. Every strand connects us to someone else, sometimes in ways we can't even see. In Buddhism, these connections are never viewed as coincidence. They're seen as part of something much bigger, a spiritual unfolding that's shaped by causes and conditions. In other words, the people who show up in your life are there because of the energy, choices, and intentions, both past and present, that brought you to this moment. This is the essence of karma, not as a punishment or reward system, but as a natural flow of cause and effect. Our relationships, in many ways, are the reflections of the seeds we've planted through our words, our actions, and even our thoughts. Why some bonds feel so powerful. Have you ever met someone and felt like you've known them forever? Or maybe, on the other hand, there's someone who triggers intense emotions in you, anger, frustration, even love, and you can't explain why. From a Buddhist point of view, these moments could be echoes of old karmic stories, threads from the past, seeking resolution or closure. And here's the interesting part. These relationships, even the ones that hurt, hold incredible potential for healing and growth. When we stop resisting and start asking, "What is this here to teach me?" that's when real transformation happens. Every person is a teacher. Buddhism teaches us that the people in our lives are not just part of our outer world, they're guides for our inner journey. Every person reflects something back to us. A kind friend might show you the power of compassion. A challenging co-worker might teach you patience or how to stand up for yourself. Even a stranger's smile can remind you of our shared humanity. And when you start looking at your relationships this way, something shifts. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to ask, "What wisdom is here for me to see?" That one question can turn even the toughest relationship into a stepping stone on your spiritual path. Growth through challenge. Now, let's be honest, not all relationships feel good. Some bring comfort and joy. and others bring discomfort and pain. But here's what Buddhist wisdom reminds us. Even the most painful connections hold spiritual potential. They bring our fears, our attachments, and our deepest wounds to the surface, not to punish us, but to help us see what needs to heal. That relationship that feels chaotic, it might be the one that finally teaches you to set healthy boundaries, the one that broke your heart. Maybe it helped you rediscover your self-worth. Like the lotus flower, which blooms pure and beautiful from muddy waters, our greatest growth often emerges from the relationships that challenge us most. Finally, Buddhism reminds us of one essential truth. Everything, every relationship, every connection is impermanent. Nothing stays the same forever. Just like the seasons shift, people come and go. And when we try to hold on too tightly to what's meant to change, we suffer. But when we allow the natural flow of life, when we let people come and go as they're meant to, we can actually cherish each moment for what it is. Letting go doesn't mean we stop caring. It simply means we honor the rhythm of life. Some people are meant to walk beside us for many years. Others only appear briefly, leaving lessons and memories that stay with us long after they're gone. When we understand this, we can meet every connection, every hello and every goodbye with gratitude instead of fear, because every person, no matter how easy or challenging, brings a message for your soul. The karmic web that connects us. Have you ever met someone and felt an instant, unexplainable connection? Or been in a relationship that feels strangely familiar, even though it's completely new? According to Buddhist teachings, this isn't coincidence. It's karma at work. What karma really means. In Buddhist philosophy, karma isn't just about punishment or cosmic reward. It's about cause and effect, the natural flow of energy shaped by our actions, choices, and intentions, both in this life and possibly across many lifetimes. Every thought, decision, and interaction we've had sends ripples into the universe. Those ripples don't just shape our circumstances, they pull specific people into our path. Some of these karmic threads bring love, support, and harmony. Others trigger conflict, emotional intensity, or challenge. But every single one serves a purpose. The relationships in your life right now are not random. Some people may be souls you've encountered before, returning to guide you or walk alongside your growth. Others may stir deep frustration or pain, not as punishment, but as mirrors, reflecting your fears, attachments, or lessons you need to face and release. Even brief encounters, like a stranger's kindness or a fleeting moment of connection, can carry karmic significance, nudging you toward healing or insight. Take Irene, for example. Years ago, she cut off a close friend during a difficult time, avoiding the emotional weight. She moved forward, but deep down, she never made peace with her choice. Years later, in a new city, someone she cared for deeply began ignoring her. The pain felt oddly familiar. Through reflection, Irene realized this wasn't punishment, but karmic feedback, a chance to feel what she had once caused and to grow from it. She reached out to her old friend, apologized, and began breaking the cycle. Every relationship, whether joyful or painful, is a spiritual teacher. When we see karma not as destiny, but as guidance, we realize there are no random connections, only karmic threads helping us heal, grow, and awaken. The role of relationships in spiritual awakening. Relationships aren't just a part of our story, they are the story. They are where we meet our deepest fears, discover our greatest hopes, and come face to face with our truest selves. From a Buddhist perspective, every person who crosses your path is more than just a passing figure. They're a mirror, reflecting different aspects of who you are, your strengths, your insecurities, and the parts of yourself you may still be learning to accept. A caring friend may remind you that kindness and compassion are alive in the world and within your own heart. A critical co-worker may stir insecurities you thought you left behind. A romantic partner can awaken the beauty of love, but also the fear of losing it. These moments, whether joyful or painful, aren't detours from your spiritual path. They are the path. Awakening through connection. Buddhist wisdom teaches that enlightenment doesn't just happen in solitude, high on a mountaintop, or hidden away in a monastery. True awakening is found in the middle of life itself, in conversations, arguments, moments of connection, heartbreak, and even irritation. When we approach relationships with mindfulness, they transform. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we begin to ask, "What is this showing me about myself?" That shift from blame to awareness is where transformation begins. It's how relationships change from sources of stress into doorways for spiritual growth. The mirror effect. Real-life lessons. Jack, an office employee, often clashed with his boss. Constant criticism left him feeling frustrated and unworthy. At first, Jack met the situation with anger, but through reflection, he realized that his boss was triggering old wounds, feelings of inadequacy left over from his childhood. Instead of continuing the cycle of anger, Jack chose to see the relationship as a teacher. By facing his old pain, he began healing, and his interactions with his boss shifted. The truth is, the people around you aren't accidents. They're guides, helping you see where your heart needs to soften, where your ego needs to let go, and where your soul is ready to rise. Every person is a teacher. In Buddhist understanding, every connection, whether pleasant or painful, is a teacher. Relationships are not just emotional experiences, they are spiritual classrooms, offering us the chance to evolve beyond our patterns and see ourselves clearly. Even fleeting encounters hold meaning. A kind smile, a tense argument, or a moment of shared silence, all can reveal where growth is calling. Some people show us how to love, others reveal the places we need to heal. Together, they form the very fabric of our awakening. So, how do we live this wisdom every day? How can we approach the people in our lives, not with knee-jerk reactions, but with calm awareness and compassion? Buddhist teachings offer timeless practices that help us transform relationships into opportunities for peace, growth, and connection. 1. Nurture loving kindness, metta. In Buddhist philosophy, one of the most powerful tools for transforming how we relate to others is metta, or loving kindness. It's the quiet, intentional act of sending goodwill to every being you encounter. May you be happy. May you feel safe. May you live with ease. It might sound simple, but this small practice can shift everything. Every person you meet holds a role in your journey. Some people lift you higher, some challenge you, others break your heart open so you can heal. Loving kindness allows us to meet all of them with a softer, more open heart. Even those who hurt us aren't in our lives by accident. They often reveal our deepest wounds and show us where healing still needs to happen. Metta doesn't mean excusing hurtful behavior. It's about releasing the weight of anger and resentment. Through this, we can say, I choose peace. I release this burden. When we practice loving kindness, even silently, something shifts. Our hearts feel lighter. Old pain begins to loosen its grip. Relationships start to feel less heavy and more meaningful. We stop asking, why is this happening to me? And begin to see, this is happening for me. Today, pause for a moment. Think of someone, whether they brought joy or pain, and silently wish them well. Nothing is coincidence. Every soul you meet plays a role in your growth. And when you carry metta into your life, you begin to see, no act of love is ever wasted. 2. Practice mindful presence. In today's fast-paced, distraction-filled world, presence has become rare, and that's why it's the most valuable gift you can give. To be fully there for someone, not just in body, but with your mind, your attention, and your heart, is a radical act of connection. So often, we listen to respond rather than to understand. While someone is speaking, our minds are already preparing what to say next. But true connection doesn't come from perfect replies. It comes from genuine presence. When someone enters your life, even briefly, they deserve to feel seen and heard. Mindful presence means you pause, you breathe, you listen with the intent to understand, not to judge or fix. You speak with care, not defense. In these moments, walls fall away. Confusion can become clarity. Arguments can soften into dialogue. Distance can turn into understanding. Not every relationship will last a lifetime, but every connection can hold meaning when you choose to be fully present. Mindfulness doesn't just change how you show up for others, it transforms how you meet yourself. It helps you notice your emotions, your patterns, and your triggers, so you can respond instead of react. This is how we grow. This is how we anchor ourselves in compassion, even when relationships challenge us. Because no one enters your life by accident. And when you meet each moment with full presence, you honor the lesson, the connection, and the soul across from you, for however long they're meant to walk with you. 3. Choosing forgiveness, the key to inner freedom. Not every soul who crosses your path is meant to stay. Some arrive briefly and leave behind lessons, and sometimes scars. But what if those people weren't sent to break you? What if their role was to wake you up? Forgiveness isn't about pretending their actions were right. It's not about erasing the pain or pretending it didn't cut deep. True forgiveness is about choosing peace over the chains of anger and resentment. Because when we cling to bitterness, we don't trap them, we trap ourselves. That grudge becomes a heavy anchor, holding us in the very storm we wish to escape. In Buddhist wisdom, forgiveness is never really about the other person. It's about reclaiming your freedom. It's about releasing the mental replay of old wounds so your heart can finally breathe. Forgiving doesn't erase the past. It loosens its hold on your present and future. It clears space inside you where healing and peace can take root. And often the very people who caused us pain are the ones who unintentionally revealed our deepest resilience and strength. So pause for a moment. Ask yourself, what memories am I still carrying? Whose words or actions still echo in my mind? And how would it feel to finally set that burden down? Every person enters your life with a purpose. Those who hurt you might have been the ones to teach you where your boundaries live. Those who abandoned you may have been your greatest teachers in self-worth. Through forgiveness, you don't just let go, you rise above, lighter and stronger than before. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Whisper to yourself, I release this weight. I choose forgiveness, not for them, but for me. And in that moment, something inside you begins to soften. 4. Extending compassion to yourself, because you're growing too. When it comes to love, connection, and growth, we often focus on others, their needs, their wounds, their lessons. But one person almost always gets overlooked: ourselves. We work hard to be patient, forgiving, and understanding with others. But what about when we stumble? What about the times we lose our temper, walk away too quickly, or cling longer than we should? It's easy to turn that frustration inward, to believe we're failing or broken. But the truth is, no one navigates relationships perfectly. You will misstep. You'll react from fear, let old wounds speak, or misread someone's heart. That doesn't make you unworthy, it makes you human. Every interaction, every bond, every heartbreak plays a role in shaping who you're becoming. Growth is rarely neat or comfortable. It often feels messy, emotional, even painful. But that's where compassion must begin, not just for others, but for yourself. Start speaking to yourself as you would to a friend you love. If they were struggling, would you shame them for not knowing better? Or would you remind them, you're trying, you're learning, you're growing, that's what matters. When you treat yourself with kindness, something powerful shifts. You stop being paralyzed by shame and start moving forward. You create space to continue evolving, to keep loving, forgiving, and becoming the version of yourself your soul is here to grow into. So the next time you catch yourself spiraling into self-criticism, pause and remember, every mistake, every misstep is part of your path. No one, including you, has been placed in your life by accident. You're not here to be flawless. You're here to grow. And that growth deserves patience. It deserves gentleness. It deserves love. From you, for you. Every relationship, whether fleeting or lasting, is a teacher. Some people enter your life to show you what love feels like. Others appear to challenge you, to trigger you, to make you face the parts of yourself still waiting for healing. Not everyone is meant to walk beside you forever. Some will stay, some will drift away, but each one leaves an imprint that shapes the person you're becoming. So, take a moment today and ask yourself, what is this connection here to teach me? Is it patience? Is it courage? Is it the art of letting go? Whatever the lesson, trust that it is part of your soul's path. Until next time, walk gently with those you love. Forgive freely, not for others, but for your own freedom. And most importantly, remember this: your journey, with all its relationships and lessons, is sacred. Because truly, no one and nothing crosses your path by accident.